Hello, everyone. We are here and back with the Burn Books to talk Below Deck Med Season 9, Episodes 8 and 9. I am your captain, Sasha Joseph, and of course, joined with our co captain, the keeper of receipts, our chief entertainment officer, Chappell, is here.
Yes, we're back. We're back. We needed, look, we took a little time off. We've been in these below deck streets for a long time. But I'm happy that we're back to knock out these two episodes because I think between the two of them, there's a lot of mess for us to talk about. And I'm very excited.
Yeah, funny enough, just the way the world works, but I felt like actually these two together makes way more sense
Yes.
than instead of like I think what's going on here, what's going on there. So, everything happens for a reason, all right? So we are here after a little break and welcome Peanut Galley. If you're listening to us, make sure maybe check out the YouTube video because we do go live usually on Wednesdays around 3:15 Eastern. So check that out. So I just feel like let's get into it because we have good amount to talk about. So how'd you feel? How'd you feel about these two episodes?
It was really hard to watch the second one because I said, man, we're gonna have to spend this next podcast dragging Ellie, and I just don't know. Like, am I missing both sides? Like, I see both sides. Obviously, we're presented with a lot of information about the beef between Bri and Ellie. But man, I feel like when you rewatch this with Aisha, I feel like wherever she is, she's gonna watch this one back and be like, man, Ellie was kind of wilding, So,
yeah, they were on Watch What Happens Live. Funny enough, Captain Sandy and Aisha, and they were mostly on what I feel like our side, quote unquote, or what the viewer side would be. The difference, I would say is they were still a little bit more in the middle, where they were like, but Bri does suck. Basically, no, they didn't say that. They were much kinder. But they shared that, like, looking back, I do think like Ellie was gaslighting, is what Aisha said. But then they were like, Bri is also not good at her job because they asked Captain Sandy, just so like we're setting the scene a little bit. They asked Captain Sandy like, what's one thing everyone needs to improve on? Ian, attitude.
Okay.
Bri, don't let things get to you mentally. Are you ready for what Chef had to improve on?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Cooking.
Oh. Just improve at your job. That's all.
That was literally the reaction. And then for Ellie, Captain Sandy said, don't talk out of both sides of your mouth and be more kind. So I think we know what side they are on. That's what I'm feeling. So I feel like we needed to start with that.
No, I agree. Because they could have easily said, Bri, here's something you can work on your job. Because Bri is really bad. She's really bad at laundry. The meltdown she's having over the course of these two episodes, it is all laundry related. We've seen Captain Sandy over the course of 2 episodes being like, I can't wear these pants. They were white when I gave them to you. They're gray now. I can't wear this shirt. We see Aisha pulling out sweaters out of the dryer and being like, this is cashmere. You can't do this. And so Captain Sandy could have said that, but instead she was like, "Oh well, don't let your little mistakes get to you and stuff like that." But Ellie, you be lying. Ellie be lying. Ellie straight up be lying. And seeing Ellie when she finally lost it, when she finally got to her wits' end, and she had to tell Bri about herself, about the chain of command, about I outrank you. You don't know how boats work. I'm second stew, baby. You gotta listen to me. I was like, oh, okay.
And she touched her.
She did. She did. She grabbed her by the wrist, like, hey, look at me. Don't ignore me. I'm your boss. Whoa. That's whoa. I ain't never had a boss.
He's better than me.
What? I'd be in Mediterranean prison. Okay, don't touch me.
The thing is, like, I obviously cannot fight, and Ellie's much taller than me, but the way I would eviscerate her and be like, Captain Sandy, I feel every like Karen move, I feel unsafe. She is my roommate. What if she gets me in the middle of the night? Just nonsense. I would go full Karen. And the way I'm short and my voice, I know it will work.
Yeah, you gotta, because you can't do everything. Everything can't resort to violence, right? Especially like in the corporate world, in the workplace, you can't just hit somebody because no one's gonna care what they did to you.
Yes.
You're going to jail. But the way you're talking about it is definitely more effective. Really lean into the things that, as people who the victims of this, we normally will lean into like, oh, well, it's not so big of a deal, or it didn't really bother me that much because you want to keep your pride. Now let that go. Let that go. What pride? No, she harmed me. She grabbed me by the wrist. She yanked at me. Like, bro, because she gonna gas up everything you do. Every time we see Bri do something, I mean, if it wasn't for these flashbacks and these the rewind feature here on Below Deck, we wouldn't know if Ellie was telling the truth or not, because we see there's moments where Bri will walk to the other side of the room and then Ellie retells the story and then she stormed right out of the room right in front of me. I was like, bro, she was still in the room. We saw
you
the
stormed out. That's the joke.
Bruh, I swear. That's what I'm like. You can't get physical with everybody. So you gotta go through other means of making that happen. But Ellie, this is not good. This is not good. I'm telling you, watch this back.
Yeah.
So you gotta hold her accountable at some point for the stuff that she's doing. And so it was really, for me, it was really hard to watch. I'm like, damn, if I'm Bri, I'm like, I was trying to tell y'all, but then every time we see Aisha and Cap we're like, we don't know who to believe. I don't know. It could be anybody. I was like, bruh, this is bad. This is so bad.
That exactly. I just feel like we could say, oh, what are we missing, right? Like, to be good people, we'd be like, oh, what are we missing? What's going on with Ellie? Like, blah, blah, blah. Maybe Bri's doing stuff. But no, it was literally screenshots, every single thing, right? Receipts, screenshots, all of it was given to us. And Ellie, oh my God, like Emmy, they are Emmy nominated, so they need to win the Emmy, because when I tell you that she's narrating it and then they're playing what actually happened over the narration.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. And then even, oh man, I love too that Ellie has gotten to the point where she's like, Bri's out here poisoning everybody against me. She's acting like a victim, so everybody thinks I'm the bad guy, but they're gonna really see. She even told Bri, one day they're gonna run the cameras back, and then we're gonna know everything that's happening. Bam, it's you.
You the drum.
It's you. It's you.
The girl.
The camera's being run back right now, and we see you. We can see you. The sun is out. It's still shining. We can see you. So, this is bad. I mean, when who was it? Was it Joe? No, it was Nathan who was like, "Damn, Ellie, why you being a dickhead?"
Yes. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you, just Nathan was not having any of it, because he's like, oh, Bri, like, come here, let's talk. And Bri's like, I'm gonna beat her ass, I think. I don't know.
Hey, you've been in those situations where you've been so mad where somebody's about to come comfort you and you're like, you gotta get away from me, or I'm gonna start crying. You gotta get away from me. Poor Bri.
That happens to me all the time. Can I just say, because I'm just my poor husband has now finally been like, I know you don't want to hug, but I want to get. And I was like, no, do it.
Get away from me. Don't you touch me. Don't you ever touch me.
And he's like, it's okay to cry. And I was like, no.
It's not actually. It's really not. It's like, yes, it is. It really is. But also,
but
I know the feeling. I do. I know the feeling with like, I'm trying to hold it together. And now I see you looking at me. And now I see the concerned look on your face. And now you're getting closer to me. But if you touch me, I'm going to kill us both. Like, I just can't. I'm not going to be able to cry right here on camera in front of all these people and have the breakdown. Because it's not that I'm sad. It's just I'm so frustrated, right? Like, I'm telling you all the truth. No one's believing me. Nobody's doing anything about me. And now I don't even know which way is up. Because at some point, Bri's like, is she sabotaging me? Like, bro, I don't even know, because the stuff she's doing doesn't make sense to me. So I think it's more believable if she's actually trying to make life hard for me, if she's going out of her way to get me kicked off the boat, because why else would she be, I don't know, moving Gail's pants and then being like, I don't know where Gail's pants are, and then have me looking for the pants. And then like, oh yeah, well, who wrote this on the tag? Oh, it was Ellie. Ellie wrote it on the tag. Well, then why am I stressing about this? Why am I the one searching? And then if somebody gets the wrong pant size, guess who they're going to come to? They're going to come to me and be like, didn't you read the tag? But we see Ellie is writing the wrong names on the tags. If I was Bri, I'd have lost my mind. I'd have jumped off the boat. I'd be in the water just trying to get my life together.
Period. Oh my God, that's exactly how I feel, because what am I supposed to do? Okay, everything I just did you have now walked back incorrectly, tried to fix it, and done it completely wrong. And I do believe that the burn book is half burn book, half her trying to do her job. So
Yeah.
I don't know that it's fully like her just trying to keep track. I think there's some shade to it. But we notice that rightfully so. Because when she says that Jono's initials were on Joe's pants,
Mhm.
to me, I'd be like, great. Now what do you want me to do, Captain Sandy?
So here we are. Here we are.
Exhibit 100.
Right. Like if nothing else is the proof. But Bri wasn't in there when that happened. That's the thing. She wasn't in there because if she was in there, she probably would just exploded. She'd have been like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Because Ellie's like, oh yeah, I wrote the initials. What? Also, where are these men coming from with these 30-inch waists? I was like, bruh, I'm a slim guy, but 30? 30? I was like, bro,
30 crazy.
I said, y'all are keeping it tight, okay? Oh, God. I went to the gym before and after the episode. I was at 30. Bruh, I knew.
I know. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Jono was like, no, I do not have a 30-inch waist. And Nathan raised his hand. I do, sir. Oh, you
I was like,
it.
so we almost, not technically, but like I am close to 30. So I was like, so we almost have the same waist.
Meanwhile, I'm like, God, I'm huge.
I was like, I hate this for me and you.
30. I swear he was the last person whose hand I thought was gonna come up. He was like, it's me. Huh? What?
Oh my gosh. It's just all of it. All of it was so terrible. And I believe I understand Bri's paranoia. Because when someone, right, it's too many cooks in the laundry.
Yes.
One, there is no laundry system. That's established. Funny enough, Captain Sandy actually did note to Aisha, right? Like, hey, you should have been training Bri. But I understand we're down a stew. And it looks like we're just gonna stay down a stew.
Right.
So
can we address that real quick? Captain Sandy was like, well, we're down a stew, so you just got to make do, but you got to step it up. And I'm thinking, well, Captain Sandy, I know you're the boss, but just from a subordinate standpoint, it would help me in my leadership style if I wasn't down a stew. Have you made any calls? We seen Captain Sandy call for a chef multiple times. She sent the text about a stew, but I really need you to get back on point, Captain Sandy, because you just can't leave me high and dry and then be like, damn, why you not training them? I mean, she was chilling about it, but to me, I really felt like, all right, but since we've identified what the real issue is, how do we fix that? How do we get somebody else in here? And is that room fixed now?
No, that's what I was gonna say. They spent $45,000 on getting an anchor back, but did not fire anyone. But you can't spend how much is it, to fix that room?
Right. I mean, damn. And so we just gonna be down all year. Just that's it. We can't add another bed in one of the other. Like, we can't.
It's a disabled cabin. That's the problem. But I mean, cabins can get fixed, right?
Yeah, I'm very concerned as to like why they don't ever go to actually. We don't see any active like fixing of the ship, and I guess it's hard to fix it while you have charters going. But at the same time, so you just like, damn, it's broke. I guess that's it for the next 10 weeks. Bro, like you're not gonna try to fix it. Y'all can't call it nobody. So I don't know. It's very weird to me. But mostly because at the end of the day, Aisha's life would be a lot easier if you had that extra stew. And then she'd be able to focus on maybe some of this other stuff. So it's like they're getting to like the surface level issue when the real issue is that they're down a person.
Agreed to all of it. But I do also want to know, I think, a little bit of Aisha's supervisory skills. Like Thundercats also in the chat said, right, like could have been a better supervisor. The second it got tense, she should have spent more time training Bri directly and stopped allowing Ellie to do it. I think, to me, I'm remembering that conversation or that directive that happened right a few charters ago where Aisha had them both sit down and basically put them in a get along shirt, right? And was like, now hug. And that's it. I don't know that there has been like a full on like, hey, the both of you need to chill out. Ellie, here is the exact guidelines of what's going on. And Bri, I just need you to understand laundry. And Ellie, don't go in laundry, maybe, or something.
Stay out.
I don't know. I'm not a chief stew.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in Aisha's defense, she could also do that if she had the time to take away from
Valid.
everything else. But think about it. If she goes to train Bri, who's doing Ellie's job? Because Ellie sure as hell ain't doing it. You know, we saw in this episode, and she's like, all right, all I need you to do is XYZ. I'm about to take a nap. Just get lunch set up. I just need 2 hours. Bet. Okay, cool. She goes, and the walkie-talkie is just off the hook. Hey, Bri, do you know where the olives at? Bri, have you seen the forks? Bri, could you bring me such and such? And Bri is up and down the stairs. Hold on, Bri.
Yeah.
Never mind. I got it, Bri. No, Bri, where you? Bri, do you know where? I was like, damn. Do you know anything? Like, Asia legit had to get up and be like, F it. Ain't no more naps. I'm done. Like, I gotta do everything here. So she can't take her foot off the gas.
And how do you not get lunch set up? Like, I'm still confused by that. I think Bri could do it if you tell her exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't need to be your errand boy.
Yeah, that it did, especially if you're like, oh, I found it. Never mind. Because going up and down them steps, I would have been losing it. I'd be like, bruh, I just came up here. I can't, I'm struggling with the laundry. So how am I going to effectively do the laundry if I'm doing running for you? Why can't you just do this one thing and leave me alone? And also stay out the laundry room. That really pissed me off. With Bri's like, hey, I got this. Just let me cook. She's like, well, I ain't got nothing else to do. So I'm finna be in here and you just gonna have to deal with it. Just let her cook.
Set up the thing. How about that? That's what you should do.
Cabins. Work on the cabins. Because we haven't work on them cabins. Why you in my face and you ain't did them cabins yet? I know, Bri. Bri, honestly, you've been messing up. I know it sounds like me going easy on you, but I got some time for you. However, I'll give you some credit. Because when you came back and seen them cabins wasn't done, I would have quit. I would have been like, hey, bring the tender around. I'm done. Because what y'all want me to do? What do y'all want me to do? Even Aisha was like, so why didn't you do the cabins, Ellie? Ellie's like, just.
I didn't have time. And then they're like, great. So what were you doing? I just with everything.
But not the number one priority on the list. Just skip that, huh? So now I gotta do the cabins.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, okay, she didn't do the cabins and she went on break. Bri is doing the cabins, okay? Did the cold towels, did the Prosecco, and then Captain Sandy is handing out the cold towels.
It's bad when the captain like, hey, go take a breath. I got you. Here you go. She's serving drinks on her own boat. You crazy. Captain Sandy, Captain Sandy, she had some good moments in these.
No, 100. I can't even. Yes.
Yeah, she stepped it up, man. Because that was wild. Because I just knew she was gonna be like, Bri, I'm sorry, you grown. You need to get this together because you need to serve these towels. I'm finna go drive the boat.
But and low-key, Captain Lee would never. Captain Lee would have beat everyone's ass.
Captain Lee would be like, all right. Shut it down. Y'all lost your minds.
Be like, I have a donkey's chance in hell. Like, he'll just say, like, some random, like, oh, no. Impossible.
Ooh, this is tough. This is tough to watch, too. Because, again, it's like, I don't know if we're predisposed to being Team Bri.
Right.
Or if it's because, like, I'm trying to look at it objectively. But I'm just like, Ellie, there's definitely, if nothing else, the objective that she got, which was to be kind to people, that is number one. That is paramount because she lost all kindness a long time ago. Like, she just be saying whatever the hell she wants to breathe. And I think that's really where I'm like, okay, if everything else was different, you still got to be nice. You still have to be kind because y'all have to be cordial at best. But you being like, hey, I know you're having meltdowns, but they're really affecting me. Okay. And so you need to stop. You need to get that together. Yeah. It's like, this ain't about you all the time. It's really you making this about you because people are starting to see that a lot of it is coming from you. Because we haven't even talked about, the whole Joe of it all. We haven't even gotten into that.
I'm telling you, it's just, it doesn't make sense because Ellie is so hypocritical, I could throw up at this point. Like, that's how much it frustrates me, if that makes sense. Where I'm just, like, sitting here and being like, okay, I can maybe make sense, right? That, hey, you really didn't have time to do cabins. Oh, hey, you really, like, feel a type of way about her, doing the burn book. You really, But when Joe has decided that here you go. My eyes are set on you. She did not give a damn about the girl code.
Nope. All that hollering and stuff she did from episode 1 and 2, she said, ain't no fun when I can do it now. Yeah, you don't like it now, do you? She threw that right up in Bri's face. She didn't even have to say it. She was in the back seat while Bri was in the front seat and just living her best life. And to Bri's credit, Bri came to her like a grown-up and said, hey, didn't love that. If you could just not do that in front of me, that'd be great. Now, to Bri, I say, you should be talking to Joe. You should be talking to Joe about that. Joe disrespected you. You and Ellie don't even like each other. She don't owe you nothing. She could have been kind and not did that. She chose not to. So Bri, take your argument to the dude because again, he walking around here scot-free. He like, yeah, I had relations with Bri, but now I want to have relations with Ellie. And they don't seem to care. They don't seem to be mad at me about it. I'm gonna just keep what I'm doing. Also, Joe, no notes. Do your thing.
Crazy. I'm telling you, when I saw that, I said, it's over for me tomorrow.
Like, City Boys is up. The City Boys is up. The City Boys are up. We up. We up. This man is putting on a clinic in this facility.
Bri wasn't like, I was like, Bri, stand up. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bri, shut up. Bri, shut up. Bri, stop saying you have bunnies. No one cares, Bri.
Stop it. Bri. Listen, we see that you're losing the girl fight right now. We see it. But we see it because you're admitting it. I guess I'm getting a little jealous. I don't like this. I don't like sitting right here. She's glaring over at them, interrupting their conversation. She's basically the new Ellie. I was like, hey, you had it. The first episode or two, you had it. You were like, hey, we're having fun. This is not, nobody's attached. Everybody's having a good time. There's no labels here. Nah, by this one, she was giving jealous girlfriend vibes, jealous ex-girlfriend vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. Not great.
Girls, just ignore him. When this happens, you must act like he does not exist. Go cry in the corner by yourself. Great. But don't be dumb. Don't. Yeah. And the worst thing you can do is try to be part of their conversation. That is literally number one worst thing you can do. Yeah. It's giving stage 5 clinger, even when you're not.
Leave them alone. You see they're not talking to you. So nothing else you can do. You need to let that go. And she's seeing.
And why are you sitting in front of them, stupid?
Go find someone else to occupy your time. Even if you don't like them, just find somebody to distract you because you obviously feel away. But we see that you feel away because people like Ellie, they're going to see that you're affected and they're going to lean in more because they don't like you. They're like, oh, Bri's annoyed by this. Now we move, now we turn it up a little bit. So I'll give Ellie her flowers for that one. If this is the girl fight that they're in, she was doing what she needed to be done. Bri, I expected more. I thought again, it's no fun when a rabbit got the good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like Bri lost. Unfortunately,
yeah, she lost.
I have to say it. We lost, girls. Ellie sucks in this moment, but it's not Ellie's fault. I think that Ellie did what she needed to do, and that's it. It's very unfortunate.
But the real winner here, City Boys. We up.
Well, you are until you aren't, because then enter Gael.
Oh, no. I still think the City Boys, listen, sometimes you got to cut your losses. I was so proud of Gail's boyfriend for being like, hey, I can tell something going on. You acting different. These text messages coming too slow, blah, blah, blah. We're going to go ahead and break this off. So while Gael got Aisha gassing her up, girl, you're the badass. You don't need this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, love yourself, King. You did the right thing because while you were sitting there texting her, you go watch this footage back like Ellie, and we go see she kissing this boy in the stairwell, sneaking off to blind spots on the phone.
But I personally believe that he will be calling and texting again tomorrow. Boys that break up with you like this, that are that like cranky and whiny about it, they're gonna come back.
They just want attention. Yeah, yes. They want attention. They're asking for you to be like, baby, please. That's what they want. However, sir, the footage has been released. We see it. Wherever you are, if you're listening to this, stand up. Stand up. You don't need this. I don't want to hear from you no more this season.
Bri should talk.
Yeah, or something. I just don't want to hear from him no more this season. You broke it off. Y'all had y'all little conversation. Because he peeped. he peeped. The coolest part about it is that he caught on to what a lot of people missed.
Yeah.
She stopped saying "I love you" a long time ago. He said, "Damn, that's wild. You don't even say it." And she's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you're not gonna say it right now because I love you?" And she's like,
And she's like, "But I
"Ah."
talk to him all the time. I call him all the time." But that's not what he said.
That's not what he's saying. He's like, he knows the communication's off. You ain't fooling nobody. That's why I said I kind of love this little arc for the city boys, kind of, because I'm proud of all my dudes on the boat. Everybody kind of stepping it up. All right. We might need to bring them on as some guests, Sasha, a city boys panel. You can moderate.
You know what? I can. I'll gaslight everyone. Let me get my full thing. I could do it.
You would tear us all apart. I don't need none of it. I don't need no problems.
Just let me like turn it on and get into the mode like the day before, just so you know. I remember. Because I can't just come on and moderate. Yeah, I'll get chewed up. But if I'm in the mode, let me in.
You gonna be honest.
Hey, so remember that time? Me looking
no.
at people's Instagram.
Right. Pull it. So who is this? What did they do? Why'd you like this photo? I thought you didn't like this person. What are you doing right here? Yeah.
Girls, I got us. Okay, damn it.
Put the team on your back, Sasha. Put the team on your back. Yeah.
God. And then I can't help but laugh because when I tell you that Gael is like saying all this stuff, like crying. She's like crying, kissing, crying, kissing. Crying. It's so funny. Like she's on the violent.
Yeah. She's down bad. This is bad. This is bad for Gael. I hated it for her because, you know, one thing that I honestly can say that is just awful: getting broken up via text message. Ooh. You look down, boop, okay, boop, hold on, boop, wait a minute, what's happening here? So I guess we're done. Whoa! And then you look up because you're trying to process it, and all you see is Aisha's looking at you, and Bri's looking at you, and Joe is looking at you, and Nathan's staring at you, and you're like, oh God, how do I get out of here? Bro, this is awful. I feel so bad. Nobody, never, I won't say never, but breaking up with people via text is really awful. That's hard. That's so cutthroat. I don't love that move.
No, it's so bad. Don't do it. Just ghost them. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Look.
No,
I'm
kidding. You can only ghost if like you've gone on dates. Like, don't ghost if you're like in a relationship. Like, that's disgusting. But if we're gone on 1 or 2 dates and then you don't talk to them, shucks. Life is hard. Move on.
People change.
Yes. And then I love that Gael is back. Makeout time has started. And my favorite thing to happen is there's no cameras there. Nathan, are you lying or are you just like choosing not to look?
He don't care. That's why I respect Nathan and Joe so much.
No, I like Nathan the best. Yes.
Both of them have identified we don't care. We do not care what's going on. We don't care about the social ramifications of this. I don't care that they're going to be mad at each other. I don't even care that they're going to be mad at me because they obviously not mad enough to stay off me. And so both of them. This is a duo that I don't think we've seen since I started watching Below Deck, where it was just two of them,
they're lethal.
Yeah, they're together, they're gassing each other, two dumb bitches being like, exactly, that's them, and it works for them. And so I just, no notes. Yeah, ain't no cameras here, babes. It's a reality show. Assume there's a camera everywhere. Assume there's a cameraman somewhere. He didn't care.
No, he said, let's make out. That's what I care about.
She said, okay.
Okay. Yeah, Thundercats is on it today. Nathan don't see the cameras the way Ian doesn't see the dock people.
Do we have to talk about Ian? Like,
right? Like he's just this is not funny drama.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like, what? The thing is, Chappell, you don't like live with a man. You are a man, and sometimes you have to remember that like he's my friend, but sometimes he's a man.
I am a man.
But yeah, but this is the realest shit to happen. Like I don't like when I tell y'all, I don't think men have eyes. Like unless it's like sexually. Cause things be right in front of your face and you're like, where is it? Oh shucks. I don't know.
I wish I could defend myself.
Yeah.
But I cannot. You do not never send me to the grocery store the panic attack that I have in the aisle while staring at the item you told me to get, it is unreal. And it's not a real panic attack. It really gets to the point where I'm staring at it. I'm like, she said she wanted this.
Correct.
But there's 18 versions of this. What if I just don't get it? What if I get something else? And then I can just be like, oh, I misunderstood. But if I get there's so many options. Why didn't she just show me a picture of what it was that she wanted?
Yes, because that's what I have to do now with my husband, to be like, you know what? No, let me not say anything. Here's a screenshot. This is what I want.
I love all the men in the chat being like, listen, we can only be all of it. It's not our fault. It's just not our fault, bro. I'm telling you, Thanksgiving, every Thanksgiving, somebody will look at me and say, I need you to go to the store. And every time I'm like, no, don't send me, because I'm not going to come back with what you want. I would love to come back with what you want, but you're telling me like, go get some cranberry sauce. And I'm like, okay. And then when I come back with the cranberry sauce, they're like, these are cranberries, fool. I'm like, well, they didn't have cranberry sauce. What did you want me to do? They're like, did you check the aisle with the sauces? I'm like, no, I checked the aisle with the cranberries. I thought the sauce would be there. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Give me an album. Thank you. Thank you, Mammoth. Give me an album. I want a photo album, a slideshow of each item. Also, don't ask me to go do no running for you. You know I'm not going to come back with what you want. Yes, I came back with the wrong size. You didn't tell me what size. How was I supposed to know we were feeding under people here? I don't know what you need. Tell me.
Yeah. No, it's just when I tell y'all, like, the thing is, sometimes you love your husband and then you have to train them, and sometimes you just have to go off. And I remember one time I was so angry that I was like, do all the men in the world have one brain and yours is on loan? Because what's happening here? You know, what was it about, y'all? Couldn't find his water bottle and he woke me up. Mind you, I do not like to get up before 9. And he goes to Frisbee 7 a.m. on a Sunday. So I can't find my water bottle. Where was it? Right by the door. But because it was a plant maybe like by the door that he put himself, and then he put the bottle there. When I threw the bottle on the floor and I went upstairs. And I have anger issues, so that makes it worse. Yeah, that poor man just needed help.
I just feel like people got to be way more specific. You know, you have to be way more specific. I recently threw my mom a birthday party, and I was told to go to the dollar store and get one of those little cake toppers, because I guess the one they had broke in half. They said we know they're at the dollar store because we got this one from the dollar store. Go get this exact one. It's gold. It looks just like this. They showed it to me. I said, cool. I go in there, and I was like, can I take it with me? And they were like, just go. And I was like, all right. I tried. I should have took a picture with a selfie with it or something. I get there and I'm searching every aisle and I can't find it. Then I find the cake toppers, and the one that they have is silver. It's the exact same one, but
right, the happy birthday, right? With cursive, yep.
Yeah, and they said gold, and I'm sitting there like, what does this mean? Do I go to another dollar store? But they need me to come back with this cake topper now. Is silver good enough? They didn't give me any option. They didn't say bring a silver one if you couldn't find a gold one. So I left it. I didn't bring the gold because they said bring it, and it was silver. And so
but it's okay to have a backup.
They were like, "Hey, did you bring the cake topper?" I said they didn't have none. They said they didn't have no more levels. The only one they had was silver. They said, "Well, why didn't you grab that one?" I said, "Because you said gold." I said, well, we have to put something on the cake.
Yeah, said, this is my husband. Oh my God.
But you said gold. I said, did you try another dollar store? No, you said it was. I was sitting there like, well, look, next time bring your own damn cake toppers. Hell, like leave me alone. I didn't ask for this.
Oh my God. When I tell you, I've had to be like, I'm not the manager of this house. You paid the mortgage just as much as I do. So get it together. Like the amount of like back and forth now. Oh my gosh. He'll be like, hey, I remember you mentioned it once that you wanted this food. It's here.
Yeah.
So ladies, just keep berating. It works. Keep shaming. I'm like, how do you get work done if you're like this? I literally will be like, how do you remember anything for work, huh? Or do you not care about home? Gaslight, girl boss, gatekeep. And it works.
Mammoth in the chat says the amount of times I was sent for a head of lettuce and came back with cabbage as a kid. It looked the same. It's not
Mind
your
you,
fault.
this just happened. I asked for cilantro, I got parsley. And the problem is the stupid bill said cilantro as well.
See?
So, just
See? He
terrible.
like everybody, we all thought it was you're the problem. We thought he had
Yeah.
cilantro. I'm
Yeah.
T Karthik.
How dare you?
We have other skills, y'all. And if everybody should start to acknowledge that, because in this episode, Captain Sandy said, Ian, I need you to tell me if you see anybody on the dock. I need you to tell me if you see anybody. He says, no, Captain Sandy, because in his mind, he responds too slow. So he said, I'm going to respond faster now. I'm going to solve the problem.
Yep.
And he responds, and Gail's like, Ian, dog, there's 2 people right there. She's like, well, it's too late. I already sold her. No. And then Captain Sandy's like, bro, you didn't see them people? He's like, last time you told me I was too slow. I fixed it. Why aren't you happy?
It's like, it's the way sometimes I don't think this is just a man thing. Like some folks that you work with just can't be efficient and fast.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem.
Right. I heard be fast. And so when I looked, did I look? Yes. Did I see anybody? No. You didn't say search the coastline. You just said look and see if you see somebody. I didn't see nobody. So I said no. You know, like a part of me was like, damn, Ian, you messing up. But another part of me was like, damn, I'm Ian. It's me. I'm him.
When I tell you this started a fight at my house last night. Because I said, look how it is to be on the other side. Why is my husband raging? He's like, oh my God, Ian, what are you doing? And I was like, huh? Didn't the water bottle thing just happen? And he's
like the call is coming from inside the house. We have that moment with Ian almost like twice. And then we have the moment with the line being in the water. And I was just like, Ian, dog.
The thing is, I will say, for what I have noticed is like for men with work, they don't do that. Like they're on it for work. It's like when there is a emotional labor person that can do it. Mind you, ladies, make sure you teach your men about emotional labor. Anyway, when there's someone else to do the emotional, that's when the brain goes bye-bye. Because I never seen a work issue like this.
It feels like at work, like, you know, they spend that week training us. And they say, here's the things that you have to do every day. And all you got to do is come in and do these same exact things every day and everything is fine. And so we live our lives like that. And then we get a significant other who is going to pick up the emotional labor, whoever that is, whether it be man, woman, whoever.
Yeah.
And that person will say, okay, I know you have a routine, but as I am the emotional labor person, I need help. And I need you to help me by doing something that is not in your normal routine. It's not. It's outside of your routine. So I need you to think on your feet and go accomplish this goal.
Oh boy, think on your feet. Oh no.
Maybe like we are trained to do the step by step. Why are you throwing Ms. Rich into my plan? You know I don't like the grocery store. Don't send me there. So then I get there. People are walking around. It's bright in here. They're playing music. I can't focus. There's too many options here. I'm hungry as well. I want to buy other stuff.
I sent Karthik to do my Amazon returns. There were 5 like different outfits. He called me and said, I can't. I went and he came back. He came back because he
was like, I can't. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to do. But that's what I'm saying.
And he's like, what do you mean? This is a skirt and this is a skirt and this is a crop top and this is. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, help me help you. Make this as easy for me as possible. You know my favorite quote. Explain this to me like I'm 5.
Yes.
Explain it to me like I'm 5. Grocery shopping is stressful for some people. Okay, first of all shopping is stressful for me. That's why I'm very particular about what I buy, what I wear.
Yes, I have seen this.
I will go. People, Sasha, listen. If you are listening to this, this is a complete aside. Well, last time I saw Sasha, we were in Chicago, and we had to do this live event or whatever, and I needed a shirt to wear to the event. That's all I needed was a shirt. I searched our entire mall. I searched like 3 different locations.
And you asked me to go. And I said, oh, that's funny. No.
And I finally showed up in a white t-shirt, a plain white t-shirt. I'll put my jacket on top of it. And that was my outfit for the day. I had a breakdown looking for a t-shirt. And I came back with a plain white t-shirt. I had to buy the t-shirt from damn Abercrombie or something like that. A plain white t-shirt. There's a Target across the street from the
Yes,
hotel.
there
I could
there
have bought
was.
a pack of those shirts for less than that. I had a breakdown, y'all. Things have to be normal. They have to be normal, or I just don't know how to do it. So I hear that Ian was wrong, yes, but also I too am incompetent. Okay, so and do I weaponize my incompetence sometimes, Zach? Honestly, no. I think for me, it'd be a
Yeah.
warning. It'd be a warning. Like, hey, we could go this route, but I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be good. And so I think for women think we're weaponizing it. So they're like, do it anyway. Stop weaponizing
And
your
some
incompetence
men
and just do
do,
it.
but, like, if you're a good person, you don't. You're just,
Yeah.
like, sometimes, unfortunately, just
Some
not.
of us are just incompetent and would rather just be left. And listen, and here's the other thing. I have a lot of other gifts that I bring to the table, y'all.
Yes.
You could put me to work. Point to that thing and tell me to grab it and move it. I'm woo, I got you. Like,
Yeah,
I
right.
got you.
Sometimes does not get moved to the right spot, but anyway,
Hey,
let's
you
move.
said move it. Listen,
Yeah.
let's not get too particular. I'm just saying Ian was wrong, yes, but also I too would have been wrong, and I will be shamed. I will wear the disco
Yeah,
helmet
yeah. I
right
feel like
now.
most men need to agree with this. Like,
Yeah.
most men in my life, that's for sure. And these are all well-meaning too. They're not like, evil, or they're not like, "Oh, I hate women, so I'm gonna, get my like ball and chain to do the work." It's none of that. It's low-key getting embarrassed that they couldn't figure it out.
And it is. It's another thing, it's an ego thing too. You get there and your ego kicks in because you're like, this should be easy. And you start questioning yourself and you start to spiral. So Ian was the boss in this situation. He was
Yes,
told to do a thing. He's
that's
like,
the problem.
let me jump to the occasion. This is my time to shine. And so he answered when in reality, had he just allowed Gail to answer like she probably would have and give him the correct answer, it would have been fine. But he's
And
got to be
guess
the boss
what?
in
The
his mind.
woman was able to quickly spot every single time, right? I think it happened at least 3 times. It's Gail being like,
Yeah.
"Yes, they are. It's right
Yeah.
there.
The
They're
line is right
there."
there. You don't see that line? You don't see that line? And then poor Ian. And I'm saying poor Ian because it's more like a bless your heart situation.
Correct, correct,
Like
correct.
I don't feel bad for him because for when this happens to him, he just completely shuts down. Well, I guess I just won't say nothing else then since I'm so stupid. It's like, okay, there you go. That's him weaponizing. That's him being like, well, I guess I'm a dumbass. So I don't know, whatever. Just ask somebody else. I don't
Mhm.
know. I can't help. Gail was like, you have a bad attitude about this. And he goes, I don't have an attitude at all. I did it fast and it was a problem. So now, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way is up. I was like, Ian, you're going to get fired, kid. You're going to get fired. Or demoted. You're going to get demoted and we're not going to be able to save you because your attitude is bad. It really is.
That's what I'm saying. I think that Nathan has the best one. Even Joe, right? Like, they had a little moment with Captain Sandy, but then Captain Sandy was all cool and was like, "Okay, let's like talk through this or not, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's whatever this." And here you go. I'm giving you another job to, not to anchor watch, but to drive the boat while she steps away to make a coffee. And Joe was cool with it. He's like, "You know what?
Yeah.
I know I need to work, but me and Nathan have a good relationship and we're going to make this work." He didn't really have a lot of ego, I feel like, with it
Yeah.
compared to, where Ian is like, "How dare you? You said work fast. That doesn't
Mhm.
equal work fast and good."
Fast and efficient. They don't, sometimes, they're not the same. At least in Ian's mind. And so he shuts down, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. What are you doing shutting down? Honestly, you screwed up. You need to be like even more enthusiastic about getting stuff right now.
Yes.
Come back harder, but he just got himself like
He
just
just went to
completely
bed.
just demoralized, right? Just like, I guess I'm not good enough. It's like, bro, no one cares about your pity party. We still got a boat to run.
Mhm. I just I don't know what stratosphere he's in.
I don't know either, but I don't know if we're gonna get much more of Ian in future seasons because he's not giving us drama.
No.
He's not giving us like any like sex
No
appeal, like as far as
hookup.
like everybody. Yeah, exactly. As far as like interaction with the cast, he's not great on the boat in general. There's nobody fighting with Ian either. He's just kind of
Mhm.
annoying. I was like, I just don't know if he's gonna be an all-star. I don't know if he's coming back for next season. This gonna be tough for him.
Yeah, I just I don't know, it's okay, and even, Captain Sandy was like, "Ian just needs to, like" on Watch What Happens Live, was just kinda, like, over him, like, it didn't sound, like, exciting, or it didn't
Mhm.
sound, like, even annoyed, she was just like, "He has an attitude, and, like, he doesn't know how to fix it," basically. Sad. Just what a way to go out.
Yeah. Tough break for Ian, but I do think that you gotta have, like a good, is this psychedelia
Yeah.
in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost got there. Look. So look, she said, I think an entertaining bosun is a big part for Below Deck. And I think so too. I think that the bosun in the past years has been either like somebody who everybody's fighting over or is like in the love
Mhm.
triangle or whatever, or they're like somebody who's really good and you can like lean on them to come in and save the
Yeah.
day, maybe some F-boy energy. But it's like when they cast Ian, I don't know, they didn't hit the mark like they normally do with the bosun.
No, nothing. He's unfortunately very much go ahead, girl, give us nothing.
Nothing, bare minimum.
Yeah, just very
Yeah.
unfortunate. Oof, just embarrassing. Overall, I can't believe it, but I guess we're gonna deal with him until we don't. And yeah, I like that Zach is like, if no, this one, sorry. I would love to see Bosun or Cheese to get demoted. I hope Bravo is listening. Yeah, I just think we need something to shake this up, but right now everyone's so stuck on Ellie versus Bri because that's how we end the episode is Captain Sandy sitting them down and be like, "Both of you, shape up or literally ship out. Like, it's over."
What did you think about the conversation here with Captain Sandy, where she is telling Ellie, like Ellie and Bri, like, we don't know who started this or whatever, but what's going on? Bri chimes in, is like, Ellie didn't do the cabins. And Captain Sandy goes to Ellie, like, why you didn't do the cabins? Ellie's like, I don't know, I just didn't do the cabins. And Bri's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. And then Ellie hits Captain Sandy with she being so disrespectful to you, Captain Sandy. Look, this is what I'm talking about. How did you feel like this was going down? And do you think at the beginning of the next episode, we're going to get a solid resolution to this?
I hope currently it feels like she's gonna do like a last warning on the both of you, and then
Mhm.
they kind of get sent back into back onto us. So I think that it's gonna be like you guys gotta respect each other. She's gonna give like each person one, nugget of leadership 101 that she read in the book. And that it most likely will be good too. I'm not saying like it's necessarily wrong. I think that they're both gonna be like nice, and it's like, "You need Bri, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. Ellie, I need you to do this. Goodbye. And if I hear about it again, you're gone." That's what I think.
Mhm. Yeah, I really was happy that, and I think this is what needed to happen from jump. They just haven't had time to do it. Is that you need to get them
Yeah.
both in a room and say, you tell your side, and then we
Yeah.
find out what the truth is in the middle. You drop somebody else's name, we bring them in. Hey, you said Joe was there and saw it. Joe, what did you see? Like at this point, this is no longer personal. This is about how we're gonna run this boat correctly. And if we need to get down to
Mhm.
the bottom of who it is, then we're gonna either sit down and figure it out, or both of you gonna go and we're gonna start over from scratch. And I think that we got to the both of you gonna go and we're gonna start over from scratch. But I think as somebody who has been kind of seeing Bri's point of view a little bit more clearly than Ellie's, I really wish Bri got to tell her story a little bit more in this
Exactly.
moment because she's so emotional now. And that's another thing.
Yeah.
When you get to the point where you're so frustrated and so mad, you lose sight of the message. Like she should be up there talking about the facts.
Mhm.
Ellie did not do the cabins. Why didn't Ellie do the cabins? Sit silently as you wait for that to fall out. Then if Ellie addresses you, you bring that back up. Ellie, I'm trying to do this. Why did you say X, Y, Z? But she was so riled up that she like, see, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That's what Captain City. I'm saying you don't see what it's like. Bree, come back, chill. But it's too late. It's too late. That train has
And
left the
it's
station.
hurting her, unfortunately, because again, Captain Sandy has only seen Bri, quote unquote, be emotions,
Mhm.
be emotional and all of that. And like, yeah, Thundercats even says like Captain Sandy hates emotions. I don't even think it's that. I think we've seen historically that maybe she's not as empathetic to the interior.
Mhm.
And these things I think makes it much worse for her.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Mm.
just like you're really not speaking her language. Captain Sandy, like, bro, this is laundry. This is
Yeah.
laundry. Okay, I gotta make because to Captain Sandy's credit, and we've been very kind to Captain Sandy, but to her credit, um, she was doing some captaining in these last 2 episodes. So, like that, she's whipping that boat around corners. I mean, I can't hit this. This is a $200 million such and such. I gotta dodge these lines. I got Ian doing his job bad. I can't really see over there. There's a fucking forest fire coming. You know what I'm saying? Like Sandy is working. So when she comes inside and she hears, and then I can't get the laundry done because me and Ellie fighting over a dude. She like, what? What? Do you understand what I'm dealing with right now? Y'all fighting over this dude? Bro, chill out. Like, everybody get it together. So I hear you. Especially because, like, yeah, Captain Sandy can be more empathetic, but from her point of view, she's like, this is not a big deal. Like, this, y'all let this go. Y'all are driving me crazy about stuff that don't matter. I'm trying not to kill us. I'm trying not to hit these boats. I'm trying not to wreck this bad boy. I almost lost the anchor. Y'all worried about you. I just need you. I just want my pants to be white, y'all. That's all.
And bleached. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in this moment, I'm not going to blame her per se, because like I said, I think she's less micromanagey than every other time we've seen her, which equals, I think, like her being like, dude, this is stupid. There's people dying, Kim.
Yeah, people are dying, Kim. Exactly.
That's what I think. And I believe that she should actually have a conversation with her chief stew to be like, how do I support you so that you can be their manager?
Well, Captain Sandy, I don't know. If we're down a stew and you can tell that I am overworked because I can't manage these people.
And can't take a break. Yeah.
Right, and can't take a break. I wonder how I could be helped. I wonder what it is that you can do, person who hires stews. I wonder if there's anything you can do to make it possible for me to now have a little bit less on my back so I can address this. Captain Sandy, hire somebody and get this damn boat fixed. Because you did. Chrissy points it out in the chat. She did say she was going to get it fixed. We're 9 episodes in, y'all. At least we're probably about halfway through the charter season now. We ain't got no updates. Like, God forbid.
Not on my watch.
Right. God forbid Jono mess up on his job, because he been on it lately. But because of that, we could all focus on, okay, well, we got the chef thing handled. What about the stew situation? But if he mess up one more time, watch him. They're gonna bring in another chef. They're not gonna bring in another stew, and we're gonna have an issue tomorrow. And that's why I'm like, Captain Sandy, there's definitely something you can do.
And should, but won't. And and listen, it's maybe not on Captain Sandy, like we will say, maybe it's production, maybe fine. We as the viewers are frustrated because I need something to change. This is boring. Like, and it's not boring. It's like, it's ridiculous.
We're having the same fight over and over again. Yeah. It's like, hey man, this fight, especially once I saw Aisha try to take her little break and couldn't do it. I said, hey man, we just found the root of the problem. Yes, they're fighting over a dude, and that's a big issue. But also, Bri's never going to be good at laundry. She's going to be able to manage laundry, hopefully by the end of this. But I can't train her with if I got to do everything else. Aisha said from jump that these two stews weren't the best stews. Remember, she was like, this is not an all-star crew. So knowing that, you would think you would be helping trying to find somebody else. Like Captain said, Aisha don't just talk. Aisha ain't never just came to you and be like, hey, bro, it's getting kind of tough here. Captain Sandy, you throw me a bone. Because, Sasha, we haven't talked about it. Captain Sandy, you really gonna propose to your fiance on this boat with all this stuff going on?
Really? Oh, yeah. We saw in the previews that the proposal is happening.
But Captain Sandy, you see this whole boat in disarray.
Shit, okay.
Your chef can barely cook the food that you want. And you finna bring your fiance, a woman you tell us that you in love with, to this? Captain Sandy, God dang, you can't. I can pick the different charter.
She's gonna do DoorDash.
Yeah, Captain Sandy, you got to, pick a different season. Did it have to be right now, Captain Sandy? Like, let's bring back the all-stars. Get the good chef in here. Where's Lorena at? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get some good people in here so that when you make this proposal, it's dope. Because I was happy to hear about this for Captain Sandy, but also I'm like, could you imagine if they F this up in front of Captain Sandy's fiance? She gonna fire everybody. She gonna fire everybody. Everybody.
Oh my God. No, please.
Has her fiance, her name is Leah, right? Yeah. Has her fiance ever come on the charters before?
I don't believe so. I don't think we've fully seen her. So
I'm
again,
excited
I
to
could be
meet
wrong, but
Captain
I don't
Sandy's
think
wife,
so. Yeah.
future wife.
Well, I think they're married now, so we can say that.
Oh, okay, they made it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, all right, because I
Really
was like, Captain Sandy, don't screw this up, man. This would be
No, no.
bad.
Listen, when they asked Captain Sandy, to describe, like, what, Gail could do better, Captain Sandy said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game." So
Oop.
so Captain Sandy knows what the hell she's doing is the point.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
Yeah. So I think they're married. So
ooh.
it's cute. Yeah.
Yes. Congrats, Captain Sandy. I can't wait to see the proposal. I'm assuming it's gonna be, is it next episode?
Well, we got it to be continued, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And the thing, I think this charter still needs to leave, right?
Yeah, they haven't done anything
The
except so
charters
they
are so boring. I'm sorry, we had 2 charters these 2 episodes, and I don't care.
yeah, so the first charter was like super nice
Yeah.
and they didn't have any problems and blah blah. So that's boring. Boom, 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 boom. That's boring. This charter, they're like, oh, we're gonna go shopping and we're gonna drink and we're gonna go on the water slide. I was just like, y'all giving me nothing. Fight or something.
And it's so unserious because we're having this like Bri and Ellie like fight, and then in the back is this woman's like butt, as she's going down the slide. I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Yeah, I think that they do a really good job of not letting the charter guests know that there's a lot of drama. Like because they got a good tip from the first charter that we saw in episode 8. And then people were like, oh, Aisha, we love you. We loved you too. Gail, you're amazing. Da, 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 da. So they've been keeping it cute. But we need
well, they do a crazy food thing, so let's see.
Yeah, I'm concerned about Jono. Not gonna lie, I'm concerned about him.
So that's the only thing, unfortunately, I think I can see.
Yeah, because his food has been so good lately. Like I'm talking about, they had rave reviews for his food on the last charter, but this charter, this one of them, you got a complicated order charters. Like it's like, oh, this person don't like seafood. This person don't like pork. This person don't like this, that, and other. Like each of these steps, and so he's gonna have to step up to the plate. And I just don't think they can afford to lose the chef right now. They're going through a lot. Or if you gonna bring in a chef, bring in a cracked one. We want the evil chef.
Lisa from Big Brother.
Yeah. If that woman gets on this boat and starts sprinkling glitter everywhere, Sasha, I'm gonna lose it. No, I'm not a part. I cannot condone this.
Glitter and essential oils.
Glitter, essential oils, and the black ass feet that she got. I can't.
No, her feet might be better since they clean the boat so much. Like, why is the boat getting so dirty?
Right. Who is these footprints we see like a little bear is walking around here?
Like, what happened? And then they'll be like, oh, the footprints literally lead to Lisa's cabin.
Sasha, chill.
You're all welcome. I ruined it on Big Brother and now I did it here again. Woohoo, on the Big Brother podcast, I mean. But anyway, that I just wanted to bring them up because, like, whatever. They're nice people. It's just they're giving us nothing. Charter guests, why? But let's see. Maybe food issues. Oh, last thing, because I highlighted it in my notes. The dance between Joe and Gael.
Yeah, this was interesting because they asked Joe if he wanted to do it, and he's like, yeah, and I said, "Oh, Joe got a dance background." I forgot. Joe's like he was a young entertainer.
Yeah,
like
I forgot too.
Sasha, I thought about you though when I was watching this because you were a professional dancer at one point too. Like, would you ever let Rob be like, "All right, Sasha, on stage right now, give us your best combination"?
I was never a professional dancer.
You was out there, man.
I was on 2 reality TV shows in India. And then they were dance competitions.
You were a competition dancer, Sasha, okay? We're going to put you in a nice, shiny, glittery...
your outfit? Why can't you borrow from Ellie something? Please, Lord. What is this?
Yeah, this was bad. But
they did so well. It was like hired entertainment.
Yeah, it really was. The people were ranting and raving about it. I also like the theme of the party. The theme was like sequins.
Shiny?
Shiny? Yeah, it wasn't disco. It was just like sparkles.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, I kind of
we need her as the
Bruh, Sasha, stop with the glitter. Stop, y'all gotta stop trying to make glitter happen. It's not gonna happen. We're not doing
this. Herpes of the art world.
and it just won't go away, and it really won't go away. Yeah, I like the theme for that dinner, and and I also like we didn't point this out, but when they went out that night, they had an all white. They went to an all white party.
Yes.
You know we love a theme. You know we love a theme, man. I was like, oh yeah, I kill him with this one, and then I just imagine myself looking for that white T-shirt all over again.
No.
I killed him at the white party. Oh my god.
Oh my god. I know. I was like, I have so many dresses that I have from my wedding events that I need to rewear anyway.
It's okay because when we pop up at the live RHAP show in New York or something like that, or and we've already sent out a mass email, a text message to everybody about the color scheme. They're gonna be like, "What?"
Know who we don't like because they didn't get the text.
They didn't get the like. Wait, y'all aren't wearing your lime green and denim, you know?
Oh shucks.
Y'all didn't get the message.
Woo. Oh, I love a good matching moment.
Yeah.
I used to literally bully like my friends in India, and because we used to go to extra classes, because in school we all had uniforms, but when we all went to extra classes, like after, I'd be like, okay, tomorrow we're wearing these outfits, wear this color, wear that color, to where a parent had to go to my grandma, who was our English like extra teacher, like extra classes, and was like, so my son keeps like asking for like specific colors, and I think Sasha's like deciding for every.
You're like, on Wednesdays we wear pink. Thank you.
No, literally. And these poor boys, he's like, okay, we got it.
Yeah, I got it. Look, tell me exactly what you want. If you tell me that's what you want me to wear, all right, bet. I'm gonna go stress myself out while I find it, but I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna be fly. I'm telling
y'all, I was unfortunately that girl. I was the director. Yeah.
I'm sending out the text about the next event. Like, hey, y'all, we color coordinating. So I'm listening. I don't know what your funds are like, but at least tell me if you got X color. If you got this color, make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, for our bachelorette parties, we send out Canva graphics for every day with what outfits you have to wear.
Real. That's real.
So that's normal. What do you mean? Anyway, but yes, let's see where this like Bri versus Ellie conversation goes. I'm excited for next week, and we'll see what more hookups happen if they do.
Yeah, I'm really interested in seeing the conclusion of this Bri versus Ellie thing. I really want to see how Captain Sandy's going to handle it, if she's able to handle it, or if nothing else, we get 2 more episodes back to back, probably, of Ellie pissing me off and me yelling at Bri in my mind to stand up, and so it could be more of the same, but I'm hoping that we spice things up in these next episodes.
It's gonna be great. I know it. And with that, everyone, thank you for listening. Listen, make sure you like the episode. Leave us a comment. If you're not live with us, leave us a comment. Leave us a 5-star review. Help us out. And with that, Chappell, where can the people find you?
People can find me here on RHAP every week talking about Netflix shows on the Rob Has a Podcast, Nothing But Netflix podcast. That's right. Me and Rob talk about Netflix shows. And last week we brought in Lavina to talk about Dirty Pop, the story of the nefarious background of some of the pop bands of the 90s and the early 2000s. For some reason, Lavina was like 3 years old listening to all these bands. And so she has an encyclopedic knowledge of all of it. And so it was a great time talking to basically a producer of the show, because she could have written the script to this entire docuseries. It was so cool talking to Lolo about that. She was in
her bag. It was amazing.
She really was. And then, of course, you can catch me here talking about Big Brother as well with Rob, but every week on The Slop, talking about Big Brother Behind the Paywall.
Where am I coming on The Slop? Rude.
Listen, let me sign you up. I'm ready to put you down, okay? You come on The Slop. We have a good time on there. It gets a little adult on The Slop, and so that's why it's on the behind the paywall. And so if you're not a patron of RHAP, what are you waiting for? Go to patreon.com/RHAP and sign up so that you can join our conversations about Big Brother Behind the Paywall on The Slop. Then, of course, you can catch me on Recap Kickback, my podcast, where I talk about stuff on Recap Kickback. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. Right now, we're wrapping up House of the Dragon. We have some Olympic coverage as well. Sasha and I got a thing that we need to pull the trigger on soon. And I won't tip our head too much on that one. Yeah, it's on me, baby. We're going to make that happen. But check it out and follow me on all social media platforms at Recap Kickback, and subscribe to Recap Kickback wherever you get your podcasts. Gotta go into recapkickback.com/subscribe.
Perfect. And as for me, Kirsten and I are always talking mess, okay, over on RHAP is a website slash mess feed. If you want to know why you are so brat, well, we are so brat, you need to go check that out. All right. And we talked about the Ambani wedding, which is like, that $500 million wedding in India that just happened. Everything. Okay. Why was Justin Bieber there? We'll tell you it all. All right. Check that out. Taryn Armstrong and I cover The Getaway, which is made by the creators of Jet Lag. It is a show that is about everyone's the mole. So it's the traitors, but everyone's the baddie. All right. So check that out. And it's like really cool YouTubers doing it. So it's really fun. And Mike Bloom and I, of course, talk to your favorite reality TV stars about their scripted journey. So check out TV for Real on We Know Scripted TV. Davey was on, and listen, he came on as Black Noir from The Boys. It was so good. And listen, Davey gave you a shout out. He's waiting for Bel Air coverage, he said, on the pod. It was amazing. So check all of that out. And thank you everyone for listening.